Hello everyone, Lily here, and today I am going to talk about something personal to me, like how God speaks to me. God speaks to people in many different ways, but I'm going to go over with some of the times God has really come to tell me that He's right here for me, and that He's with me, and that He hears me. Keep in mind, these are personal stories, and everybody has their own personal stories, but sometimes hearing personal stories helps uplift us. A lot of people who've recently come to my account learned that I asked for one of these silly little Jesus statues, and I never thought I was going to get one because I've seen them all over TikTok, but I live in a very small town. People don't do things like that where they go and put little mini Jesuses everywhere, but I had asked for one, and I wonder if I'll ever get one. Later that night, I went to Walmart for something that we didn't know we needed. It was waiting for me, and it's a cuter one than all the other ones I had been seeing. That was probably the quickest I've ever had a prayer answered. That's just one little story. Another time, I had gone through something really, really, really bad. And I was just praying and praying. And I always look at the ground because that's just what I do when I go places when I walk. I look to the ground so I don't trip on anything. I found this key with the Holy Trinity on it, and it says devotion on it. That's what I found. I found this, the cutest little thing that you've ever seen. So now I've got the key, devotion. Isn't that cute? Another time, I had actually seen this happen in my head before it had happened. I saw a coworker giving me a gift 5 minutes before it happened, and I thought, why am I daydreaming this? Let me get back to work. I had just been talking to God prior about my dream for marriage, and if it was ever gonna bear any fruit. Like, should I just give up? Should I go for another dream? Is there another path you want me to follow? Because I know He wants me to write. My coworker, 5 minutes later, now and forever, Jack and Sally. How did she? I'm not a fan of this. I wasn't a fan of this cartoon. Now and forever, a heart. Jack and Sally. And he knew I wouldn't be able to accept it, so he gave me a vision of it happening 5 minutes before it happened too. It also goes to show how He prepares good things for His children. And to some people, this might seem a little far-fetched. You'll be like, coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. There's no coincidences in a creator who's created the whole universe. I don't want to hear it. Because the way our spinal cord is formed, that can't be a coincidence. Don't want to hear it. Now, this one's probably the craziest one to date. And I got this when I was a kid. And I didn't know what it meant till now. Yes, a guitar pick. I loved music. I was not interested in writing music, and playing music, and doing music. I don't like fame. If I were to ever be an artist, I would... And be like Sleep Token and wear a mask, because Stick to Me Like Caramel explains it well. I was doing a rosary, and I was praying for, my future husband, and just praying in general for my friends, for my family, for lost souls, my parish priest, stuff like that. And Saint Cecilia came in my head. And I knew that was not me, because I don't know who that is. Never heard that. And it was just a different feeling and a different voice. Looked it up. Patron saint of music. Then, for some reason, I thought to find this. I had forgotten I even had this years and years and years ago. But when I first found it, I thought, oh, rainbow like God's promise. He has a plan for me. Because that's what I had been praying about at the time when I found it. Recently, I got back into writing because he told me to get back into writing. And I even started writing song lyrics. I don't know why I would do that. Oh no! So, we're still figuring this one out, but there's a plan. And God prepares me in advance because I don't like surprises. I don't like change. I'm nervous. So he has to surprise me in advance with a lot of things. And a lot of the dreams I've had in the past, I actually didn't remember till now. After I had found this, and after I was praying, God does talk. You just have to be willing to listen and step out in faith, even if it sounds crazy. But when it comes to things like that, I definitely would say to always go back to God with things like that and not necessarily make things happen on your own. Always let God do it for you so you know if it's actually His will. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just how God talks to me in little things like that. Or, something else that happened to me that doesn't involve a gift. That's so stupid. But I mean, you know what I mean. One of those days back in the past, God had told me to tell this girl, oh, you look really pretty today. So I did, and I went up and I told her, you look really pretty today. And she said, I really needed that. So, things like that, too, is how God talks to people. Usually that one doesn't happen to me as much. Usually it's something I'm praying about with the Lord, and it's usually only just me and Him, because I don't be saying stuff out loud. I don't even be doing that. And if I do, it's because it's already happened. So, yeah. I mean, I do write stuff, but I mean, nothing like that yet when stuff like that happens. So, just want to let y'all know, don't ever think God does not hear. Don't ever think He does not answer a prayer. Because if He didn't answer it, there's obviously something better for you that will not lead you to sin. Or something that'll make you happier that you didn't even know you wanted or needed. Probably needed instead of wanted. But anyway, I just wanted to make this post to encourage you. You're not being ignored. You're never being ignored. He's always watching you in the best way possible. You're not being ignored. It's just not the time, or it's just not your time, or it's just not God's time to do what He wants to do. And He's telling you to just slow your roll. So yeah, God bless, and I hope y'all have a good day. I'm making one more video today because it's day 2 of the St. Michael Novena. I'm gonna do that post, and I'm probably going to do my rosary and do my prayers. So if y'all have any prayer requests after I post this video, go ahead and just drop a comment. You don't have to say what you need. Just say, please pray for me, and I will. So, yeah. Bye-bye. I love you, and Jesus loves you too.